Hello! Welcome back to Bloodborne. Today we are answering the very important question, can I beat Bloodborne without dying? As you can see, we are on our 8th attempt. I switched that out right before the stream started. We have 2 attempts left until your boy here realizes he's not that good at Bloodborne as he thinks he is. So I said 10 attempts or less. We got to do it on this one. I don't want to be wrong. Deathless. 8. Professional. Finish. Boom.
Good. All signed and sealed.
Is YouTube dying or is my internet dying? Why is my internet dying? What? I apologize for the crappy service. I don't know if like my internet's down or something like that, but it went from saying excellent at the start to less than 1 bar. So I am sorry for anybody that happened. But again, with the Deathless run, we got to play Bloodborne without dying, and that includes killing this dude. Nope. Not a good start. Let's get some health back. Oh, that was almost it. Hey, my boy, my man, my fella, my friend. Can you stop being a turd? Oh, booty! Yeah, let's go. We got it. It was risky. It was a risky booty, but we got it. We got the risky booty. Saved it, just barely. All right, now the run really begins. Had me going there for a minute. It had me going. So last time we finished the game, but we died to Lady Maria. That's the personal best. That is the personal best. We died to Lady Maria. That means we only had like, what, 4 bosses left? Up to that point? I think this time we will do the whole base game first before we go into the DLC. So that includes Gehrman and Moon Presence. Because if you didn't know, you can leave the boss arena while getting all of those blood echoes to get like 5 or 6 levels, depending on how low or high your level is. Kind of cool. All right. Time for the threaded cane. And then I'm actually going to grab the sock lever. Oh my god, why? Why is YouTube freaking out? It should be. OBS is telling me I'm in the great service. I hope that's a YouTube thing. I really do. It might not be. I wouldn't be surprised. Hey, Mars, what's up, dude? You can bet it'll beat it today? Hey, today's the day, man. Today's the day. I was just saying that. Last time we got all the way to Lady Maria. I think this time we're going to do the entire base game before we go to the DLC. So that would include a Gehrman and Moon Presence, who you would normally want to end the game on. But we can use the Bold Hunter's Mark to get out of there and get like 5 extra levels before we actually go into the DLC. Which is pretty helpful. Because by then, I'll have a good idea of what I want to throw those levels into, whether it be skill or health. But I really want to beat this challenge because I have a similar challenge that I want to do for another one of these games. And I want to actually get some practice in on it before I start streaming it, and I don't have the ability to do that until I beat this game. You're playing Bloodborne 2? Nice, man. What build you running? Alright, I think before I get my shortcut, we're just gonna go get the saw spear before I forget. Less running around back and forth. Always full strength. So what strength weapon are you using? The whirligig, the Kirk hammer? The Holy Blade, even though that's more of a quality weapon? Ligarius Wheel is also a pretty cool strength weapon. Oh, well, missed my drop. That's fine. There's my bullets. Holy Blade, good choice, man. That was one of my favorite weapons when I first started playing this thing. The ability to just smoke things so fast with that weapon is just fun. I also love the balance between slow and fast with each form of that weapon. What build do I like? I prefer skill builds. I'm gonna be honest. In Bloodborne, skill builds rule. Just because they parry with, or they line up with the parry damage even more, where with the strength build, if you want to get more damage, you get to utilize the follow-up attacks from those different enemies. Or follow-up attacks from the different weapons, I should say. Which is pretty cool, because I think pretty much every weapon, except for maybe 3, don't have a follow-up attack. Don't do this to me. There we go. Okay. I was gonna say, I don't really feel like dying to crows today. So if you're asking me what weapon I would choose for the skill build, aside from the saw spear, which is just probably the best weapon in the game because of the DPS, I would say my favorite skill weapon is the church pick. Church pick is so much fun. Followed by the, oh god, what's it called? The burial blade. That's what it is. I don't know why that took me so long. I should be better. Alright, we got some blood. We're going to kill these dudes to get more blood. That's pretty much the only reason why I am doing this. It's not necessarily for the bloodstone shards, which they do drop. And I know technically that we're trying to move fast, but I also need heals. Because the more heals I get, the less I have to spend my echoes on. Alright, is that boy coming down the steps yet? Or is he just going up the steps? My boy? He's gone. Where'd he go? I've never seen that before. That's really funny. Did he fall down? I don't know. He's gone. That's wild. Alright, so we got the bloodstone shards. Now we need to grab the saw cleaver. Saw spear. Saw spear. I might need more coffee. I did get a pretty high amount of coffee and caffeine in me this morning, but I might need more. Last night I slept in basically a coma, so... Your boy a little groggy today. Because the past couple nights I just haven't been sleeping. A lot of things going on, unfortunately. And I say that because it pulls my mind in different areas, not because anything's, like, bad. Just really busy. You're not an expert on builds. Every game is a knight in strength. Hey, that's fair, dude. That's fair. I encourage you to test out new builds, new weapons that you find. Because you never know. You might like it more than strength. Again, this game, strength builds are awesome, but I really enjoy skill because of the extra visceral attack damage. Because then with parries, it's a little bit not necessarily simple, but it is a more satisfying way to play, in my opinion. But with strength builds, though, if you follow up with that another heavy R2, you're doing just as much damage as a parry. Maybe even more, depending on what weapon you're using. Your alarms go off all the time, or air alarms all the time? Hey, that's fair. I'm a guy who sets alarms, and then when I wake up in the middle of the night, I look at my alarm and go, how much longer until my alarm goes off? And then I just don't sleep, because I start thinking about what my day is going to bring. It sucks. I don't know if I'm an insomniac. I don't think I am. But we'll see. One day I'll find out for sure. Alright, once I get up this ladder, we gotta kill a couple more enemies, and then we gotta run and grab the rest of my bloodstones, and then we gotta go to the shortcut, and then we are done with Yharnam. And we can start fighting bosses. Ooh, a molly. That's an interesting little drop. Alright, stealth. Stealth is key. Booty! Backshot. Ooh, this guy wanted a facial. Good for him. Good for him. He needed a little bit of a shave. Alright, we can't use a bold hunter's mark. We gotta run back because we need to get the shortcut. And then we gotta go get the next shortcut, and we gotta go get the last of our stones. Oh, you're a Ukrainian. Okay. I see. Well, never mind then. That's fair. I get that. That is very fair. Weirdly enough, my nationality is also Ukrainian. Like, that's where my ancestors are from, is Ukraine. I think my great-grandmother was straight from Kiev. And my dad, I don't think he knows anymore, but my dad, which was so she was his grandmother. She taught him some Ukrainian, and I don't think he remembers, like, any of it. Because he hasn't used it in, like, I don't know, 30 years, maybe more. Because English was his primary language, and when he'd go visit his grandma, then he would learn a little bit more about the Ukrainian language. So yeah, it's pretty cool. I didn't go grab my upgrade material. Well, that's cool. Yeah, I'm growing up, my dad tried to teach me some basic words, but I don't remember them anyway. Yeah, I don't know why I came back here. I think that's just force of habit. Because there's literally nothing I can do. I can't level up. I can't upgrade my weapon yet. I don't think I have enough bloodstones. Fabio, what's up, dude? Can you sign my Bloodborne copy? Hey, I would, man. Is it for PS4 or PS5? I'll only do it if it's the PS5 version. PS4, get that old tech out of here. Just kidding. I love Bloodborne. I jokingly told my girlfriend that I should send my Bloodborne machine, which is basically my PlayStation 4. I should send my Bloodborne machine to a modder so it can get modded, so I can do Bloodborne randomizers, but that stuff costs so much money. I got not much going on, man. Just trying to do the not the randomizer. My God, words are hard. Just trying to get the Deathless run, dude. We got to get that done. This is attempt number 8. I got to get it done before 10. Otherwise, I will feel a fool. Hey, if there's a remake coffee, oh my god. Caffeine, I need more. Apparently a large cup of Joe was not enough. If there's ever a Bloodborne remake, yes, I will be more than happy to sign as many copies as you want. I did work on my autograph as a kid because I thought I was going to be a professional baseball player. And then I shirted up when I got to play college baseball. But then after that, while I was in college, I got hurt, and nobody wants to get an athlete that's hurt or has a history of having like a major injury. So pretty much right then and there, the athletic dreams were crushed, which is fine. Because that meant I got to have more time for video games, which I'm not mad at. Got him. USA coffee is not good for caffeine, as they say. It doesn't have very high amount. Oh god. Survived. It does not have a very high amount of caffeine. But it does have enough for someone like me who has a little bit of, I don't think it's like an allergy, but like I have an intolerance for it where my body like hates it. My brain loves it, but my guts despise it. Like if I have too much caffeine, it basically makes me have like onset diarrhea. It's awful. I learned that after having years of basically abusing the amounts of caffeine on my heart and digestive system. Like normal people have like an energy drink or a cup of coffee or a cup of coffee and a couple soda pops. And call it good. When I was in college, and I went to college to be a teacher, so during my final year, I had student teaching. I was still taking classes in person, and in classes for college in person during that same semester. And I was also a baseball player, so I had like 3-hour practices 5 days a week, and sometimes on weekends. So caffeine was basically a part of my bloodstream. Like there was nothing, there was always there. So I would wake up at like probably 4 a.m. to get to my morning class at 6 a.m., which was for like a weights class because I was going in for physical education. And I would have 1 cup of coffee, which was like 14 ounces of coffee. Then I'd get done with that around 6:30. I'd go back to the dorm room, make another cup of coffee because I'm still very tired. Because obviously I didn't sleep because I was a college student and an athlete. So I didn't have a ton of time to do anything that I actually wanted. And then that's why we drink coffee in small cups. Too much of that? Hey, that's fair. That's fair. But like, other than that, I would have my second cup of coffee between one of my morning classes because I'd have like a half-hour break between one class and then the other. Then I'd go eventually, that would last me till lunch. Then after lunch, or while I'm on lunch, I would pick up another energy drink, which would have about 200 milligrams of caffeine. And I would drink that while my afternoon finishes. And then I'd go to practice and still be fine with the caffeine. But then I'd start to crash really bad, and I would have night class. So I'd have a 3-hour night class 4 days a week, and I would have another like 100 milligrams of caffeine from like a smaller Red Bull. So I think if you added up the numbers every day, I was probably consuming around, I think the highest was 1,200 milligrams of caffeine. That is wild. Like that is so much caffeine. It's amazing I never had a heart attack, but I was also in so much better shape. I was about 60 pounds lighter when I was in college. I was incredibly strong compared to what I am now. So, yeah, it's not surprising, but it is surprising at the same time. All right, did I do everything in Yarnum? I think I did, yeah. Let's go fight Cleric Beast. Yeah, but once I finally, like 1 year when I was actually teaching, my girlfriend was like, you need to get your digestive system checked out. You probably have something wrong with how often you're just like sick. Because like it's not like a stomach bug, because I would get it too, and it's not food poisoning because I'd get it too. So she's like, just go to the doctor and see what they say. And I talked to the doctor about how much caffeine I was taking, and she's like, yeah, you should reduce that by about 1,000 milligrams and see if it gets better. So I'm like, I'm a dude who cannot regulate that. Like, if I have anything, I have too much. So I stopped. I went cold turkey on caffeine. Better in 7 days. Like, no stomach issues. I could eat what I wanted again. I could drink what I wanted again without dying. Like, it was wonderful. Miss me. I gotta lock in. Ow. Ow. Tried to touch me. Tried to touch me. It didn't work. Ow. Just don't drink coffee. Maybe I'm crazy. I mean, coffee's good, though. I love the taste of coffee. You gotta find the right one, because there's a lot of bad coffee out there. Ooh, he might get me. He might. Nope, never mind. He had his chance. Who needs to use mollies? Okay, who needs to use charge attacks? Ooh, we got him. Well, that was easy. You just played the Lies of P DLC. It just arrived at Arlecchino. Great stuff. That mother effer is tough. Did you beat him? Or are you still on him? When I played the DLC for the first time with my girlfriend, because that's her favorite game, so obviously when the DLC came out, we had to buy it and play it. We traded the controller every death. That took us 2 full days. We did it over a weekend when neither of us were working. 2 full days to beat that dude. And my eyesight is so poor. My eyesight is so poor, I couldn't even tell what he was attacking. I just knew, like, I could see the first attack, and then I just had to listen and parry the rest of the attacks, because I'm like, there's no way I can see what the heck he's doing. There's just so much visual graphics going on that's hiding what he's doing. It was kind of like the same thing with Promised Consort Radahn and Elden Ring. In Elden Ring, they put so much beams of light that if you're not in the right position, you can't see what he's doing. And it made me so mad. Drove me nuts. Death Wish coffee is freaking amazing. Half coffee, half monster to die for. Ooh. I feel like I would die if I tried that mixture. I'll have to try, though, the Death Wish coffee. I've heard it's good. I've heard it's good. Alright, 18 and 10. That should be okay. I don't think I have anything to sell. I think I just have blood that I gotta use. Alright. Here we go. Papa Guac. Dark roast for sure. I love dark roast coffee. To me, that's the best kind. Like, the lighter stuff's good, but it's just, like, I'm tasting water with, like, an essence of coffee. I'm also not much of, like, a fancy schmancy coffee drinker. I just like coffee. So I'll put coffee with whatever creamer is nearby in it, and I'll probably be satisfied. It's like every now and again, my girlfriend wants to go to like a Starbucks or something like that where they have like specialty flavored coffees and things like that. I'm not a fan. Like it's good, but it's like that's way too much money for what I can do at home that's basically free. How long does it take you to beat the run on average? My fastest, I think, when I ever did this, like I didn't stop for nothing, probably around 2.5 hours. It was about, I think, 2:37, 2:32 is my personal best. I think now, if you ask me to beat it as fast as I could, I'm probably close to 3 hours. All right. Gotta lock in here. Gotta lock in. Papa Guac, here we go. Oh, you're supposed to do the axe. Ow, stop shooting. Oh, I was late. Got him!
What's that smell? Sweet blood.
Ah, that's not what you want to see. Ow! I love that line. Got him! Dodge through to the parry is wild. Oh, well, this is gonna be hard. You thought that'd be hard? I'm hard just watching. Oh, yeah, don't take that out of context. Never mind. I take it back. I take it back. I take it back. Man, mollies are not my friends today. Not my friend. Yeet! Oh my god, what a legend. Got him. Same weapon this run or gonna change? We are gonna stick with the best weapon of the game for the challenge. While it's not my personal favorite, it is definitely the best weapon to use. Because I thought about maybe the cane or the burial blade once I get through the base game, but it's just better to use the one that gives me the highest DPS and scales well with visceral attacks. Good question, though. Good question. One day, when I eventually come back to Bloodborne after beating this challenge, I want to do, like, a series of streams where it's all weapon runs. So, like, I'll play the game, probably up to New Game Plus 7, where I'll stream the game with each weapon, and then I want to upload that run, like an edited version of that, to YouTube, because I think that'd do decently well for my channel, because I'm such a small channel, which is growing, and I'm very happy about that. Like, we are securely in the 200s now. Like, I don't like to celebrate, because my very first attempt at a channel got stuck at 60, and, like, I hit 60 in, I think I hit 60 subs in, like, 2 weeks, and then it just never went past that. Like, seriously, it was at 60 for a full year, and I don't know why. Like, I had no idea why. Like, now I do. It's because I swore a lot, and I played whatever the hell I wanted, and YouTube at that time did not like when people did that. And I didn't know, like, the little tricks of the trade to get people to come in to my channel. I didn't stream. I just made videos. I also didn't, like, make shorts, and I'm starting to make more shorts. Oh, that's not... Oh, my God, it hit him. Let's go. So, yeah, it's... Now that I'm for surely in the 200s, I'm so freaking grateful, dude, because it makes it feel like I can actually do this for a living one day. Especially when I got awesome dudes like you in the chat, just hanging out, having a good time, talking about how cool these games are. It's the #1 game of all time. Are you asking or telling me? Because if you're telling me Bloodborne is the best game of all time, I would agree with you. I think this is the best game From Software's made. Hey, Red Dead. I'm doing pretty good, dude. How are you? I've seen you gain quite a bit of subs. Great job, man. Well, thank you. I am really trying my best to make stuff that people want to watch. And that's the part I have really enjoyed, is like thinking like, what would I want to watch? Because I know there's a lot of people out there that are like me that want to watch stuff that I'm trying to make. So, yeah. I agree with you, dude. Bloodborne's the best. You just watched the video I did, the best Affinity? You talking, my build video? My completionist finale?
Oh, take this. this.
You're stuck on 1260 subs? Don't know why, so just keep moving? Hey, that's true. That's true. At least you're, I'm assuming you're at a part where you're partnered, right, Fabio? Because have you heard, like, all that stuff's changing now? Where it's still 1,000 subs. The shorts, if you're a shorts channel, which I am not, that doubled from 10 million views in 90 days to 20 million views, which is just astronomically high. And I get why. It's because of all the AI stuff and just the really bad content that's out there. And I mean, like, it's just people shit posting. It's not actual content that's for a purpose other than just to be dumb. I will stop that. And then the other thing was like watch hours. Like it went from 4,000 watch hours to 8,000 watch hours, which is kind of nuts as well. For you, it's not really, it's not what I truly want to watch. I want to watch because you're cool. Yes, the build one. Oh, well, thank you, dude. I appreciate that, man. I never get compliments like that, so I appreciate that, man. It's like, I don't know what to do with myself now. I get complicated. Normally I get yelled at by people, but that's fine. It's cool. 20 minutes is wild. You heard, or 20 million is wild. You heard about that? Yeah, but I get why they did that. I really do, because like, if you look for channels that strictly just upload shorts, all of it is AI content. And like, don't get me wrong, I think the AI can be helpful to YouTube channels, because like I've taken my liberties with that, but like I haven't used AI to make my content. I have used AI to help me make content, like help me come up with ideas, or like I'll ask a question and then it will say like yes or no. That's pretty much all I've done with AI. I haven't really done anything else, and I've used it to help me create like thumbnails, because I don't know how to do any of that stuff on my own, and I definitely don't have time to do it on my own, right? Other than that, everything else is me. Like I write all of my scripts. I edit my own videos. I don't use any AI stuff with that. Same with music. I find either actual artists or I use like the in-game music for my videos. So like I see AI has its uses, but I also don't want my everything to be AI, because that's just dumb. Like, what's the point of creating something if you're not the one who's actually creating it, you know? You don't think the 8,000 to 1,000 subs is bad, just the 20 million shorts views? Yeah, I don't think so either, because like on my channel, with how little traffic I get, I'm around that 8,000 mark, so I'm not really worried about that. It's just slightly frustrating to me, because I have to wait till I'm at 1,000 to get monetized now. Or I would have, but then come February, when I think this stuff really comes into effect, now I think it's like there's going to release more information about it, but I think it's going to be you have to have 8,000 and hold it or sustain it for a period of time first. Where now I think it's like 4,000 and you have to sustain it. I'm not 100% sure how that works though, but yeah. They changed some stuff, but your problem for monetization, but not your problem for monetization. You're close to the limit request. YouTube is weird anyway. Yeah, that's true. They do their own thing. They do their own thing. Oh, I did that already. I'm dumb. All right. We need bullets. Big time. Oh, that's what I was going back for. I need to do that. That's not enough for level. That's fine. All right. Susie Skin Flaps, here we come. You're going to subscribe all your family accounts? Well, hey, man, I appreciate that. I appreciate that a lot. Any sub helps, man. Any sub helps. It gets me closer to my goal of getting monetized, so I can eventually be a content creator. That's my goal. I don't care how long it takes. It could take me a decade. I'd still want to be there. So the fact that you're willing to do something like that for me, man, is huge. I appreciate that greatly.
You are a skilled hunter, and yet merciless. Half-cut with blood, as the best hunters are. Which is why I was to stop you.
I love Jura. He's such a good NPC. I wish that dude had dialogue. I don't know what he'd say, but I wish that guy had dialogue too. There's very few things I'd change about Bloodborne. At Morth Ruins, do you happen to know what cookbook is there? Oh, God. I think cookbooks is one of the only thing in Elden Ring. I never found all of them because there's some of them are like in some of the most random places. I don't remember. Is that the one in Weeping Peninsula, or am I thinking of the, or is it the one on Moonlight Altar? Because Morth Ruins, I know, is like a fairly popular one. I just can't remember what it is. You're gonna reach there one day. You'd bet money as long as you don't quit. Well, I never plan on quitting, dude. I have a job that is incredibly unflexible. Like it's pretty tough to do things I want to do for YouTube with, but even with that, I don't ever plan on stopping. Because this is one of the reasons why I am still at that job. Because while yes, I want to be a YouTube content creator, I still have to pay bills. And with my experience as a teacher, coach, all those things, the job I'm at right now is the best way I can make money. At least for now. Right? And you got to be able to pay the bills. Considering many no-hands players have tons of subs, should not be a problem for us. Well, I hope not. I hope not, but the YouTube algorithm is just weird, man. And when I'm only on YouTube, and I'm not on Twitch streaming, because I don't know how that works, and I don't have time to actually learn. It's one of those things where I want to get back to streaming at Twitch, but I also know until I have a large enough following on YouTube, I don't think it's going to really impact. It's going to get a huge impact, if that makes sense, to both of the channels. Because, like, if you don't have a large following already, or you don't get a ton of concurrent viewers, you're probably not going to get shown, like, to new people. So, like, Bloodborne, for example, if this was back when Bloodborne initially released and everybody was playing Bloodborne, someone like me, I don't know how many people we have watching right now, I've turned that off, but, or I turned that off on OBS so I don't see it, because I don't really want to know. I'm happy for everybody that's here. I don't care if that's 3 people, 1 person, or 1,000. So I don't need to know how many people are watching to have a good time and just hang out with you dudes. But if I don't have enough viewers for Twitch to be like, oh, this guy looks like he's having a good time, new people probably aren't going to be joining in the stream nearly as often. So it would be very difficult to grow over there. That's where Shorts comes in, though. If you get monetized, you'll definitely drop something. Well, hey, thank you, dude. I appreciate that, man. I'd never ask for money. I think if that stuff is purely your decision, dude, I don't think I'll ever ask for money from people. So if you think I'm good enough to get a little bit of your money, that's fine with me. I appreciate that. That is a ton of respect that you're giving me on top of whatever pennies, nickels, dollars you'd like to give me. Got him. Ow. Deathless runs are quite interesting. Think about how many players could do this. 1% of the cast, trust me. Hey, that's true. Deathless runs are really fun, man. Like, even with Elden Ring, like, right up until the end when I was like, man, like, I think I'm just biting off more than I can chew at this game. I really was like, this is a blast. Like, I don't even care if I beat the challenge. It's just fun to do. And that's kind of why I'm now playing Bloodborne. Oh, the boss is dead. I wasn't even watching. Cool. But yeah, like, Deathless runs are fun. I don't even know how many people do Deathless runs more than once. I'd like to one day think I could do like a god run of Deathless runs of multiple From Software games, or all of them. But, I don't know. That also sounds like it's a little sweaty. Oh, excuse me, a little sweaty for me. Yeah, that's what we want to do. Like, don't get me wrong, Bloodborne's a game I'd be sweaty over. But I don't know if I want to do that with Dark Souls 1, 2, or 3, or Demon Souls. Although Demon Souls is pretty friggin' sick. But I don't know. Oh my god, I'm blanking. What am I doing? My coffee is just not... My coffee is not what it was supposed to be doing. Oh well. Sorry, I tried to crack open my liquid death. Refill my glass because I was almost out. It's good stuff. Good stuff. You have not yet. I'm sorry. I can't read. Yeah, I have not yet had a run on Elden Ring where I did not once die to Malekith. Yeah, Malekith is fun, dude. Once you get his second phase down, he's really fun to fight. Like, to me, I find his Beast Clergyman phase way harder than the second phase. Because the second phase, I think they limited his moveset and have opened more more spaces for us to get around his attacks without having to dodge. Next step is no hit runs for sure, dude. I would love to do Bloodborne no hit, but I think I would need to watch somebody do it first to come up with ideas, because that is something that is above my mental prowess. When the DLC came out for Bloodborne, you were so happy. So I didn't play Bloodborne until after the DLC had already came out, and I didn't know that that was a thing in video games, was DLC. And keep in mind, this is in like 2015, 2016, after the game had already released, and been out for long enough for a DLC to be made. At that time, I was still playing like Call of Duty and Battlefield 4, thinking that that was the pinnacle of gaming, when in reality, those are like the most boring games for me to play. I get so bored, and I get so annoyed. So, yeah. First phase is easy, and second because Malekith jumps too much. Well, that, and like his big overhead swing is just so slow, depending on the build you're doing. You either stagger him, you either get status to build, and then proc, like, oh god, like bleed or frost or whatever, depending on how you're structuring your build. And then you can also throw on, like just overall physical damage as well, and like your multi-hit talisman or your charge talisman or your cracked tears. In his second phase, he just gets melted too fast. Like, he's a glass cannon in phase 2. I think phase 1 is harder because he's so fast. And if he does a lot of spammy nonsense that I can't stand, and it's just like, well, all right, he's just gonna heal punish me until he decides to stop. But his second phase, though, is sick. I should also mention on the Bloodborne DLC, though, Bloodborne base game was what I played first, and on my first playthrough, I think I put like 150, 200 hours into the first game, or just the base game, because I wanted to make sure I saw absolutely everything, because I was just in love with this game. Like, I love everything about it. And then I finally was like, okay, I don't think I can go anywhere else. So I beat the game. I got like the pure adrenaline rush, shock and awe of like hair standing on like goosebumps. I was breathing so heavy I thought I was gonna pass out. Like, I was so jacked and overjoyed that I beat my favorite game. And I was like, yeah, this is the best game I've ever played in my life and probably will ever play. And that was when I was like, I want more. Is there more something somewhere? And sure enough, Old Hunters DLC had came out like a month before when I beat the game. So, needless to say, best money I ever spent was buying that. So I played it on New Game Plus. And, same thing. Like, when I beat Orphan of Kos for the first time, it was the exact same reaction. Like, goosebumps. I got like the adrenaline sweats because like the fight was so amazing, and like I've been hooked on Bloodborne ever since. The one thing I will say though is if you ask if I had the same reaction with Elden Ring, and the answer surprisingly is no. It was more of like with Radagon and Elden Beast, it was not like, thank God, that was so much fun. I can't set the controller down. I want to keep playing. It was like, okay, I need a little bit of a break because Radagon is really good, but there's so many endgame bosses that just have AoE spam, and I cannot stand AoEs. They're so annoying. I feel like that's the easiest way to make a boss hard. Instead of just giving him a challenging moveset or timing, they're like, you know what? The floor is lava. Every half second. Good luck. Figure it out. Like, I hate that so much. Alright, we need money and to not get our butt cheeks burnt, so let's heal. And then, oh, thank you, we got good RNG. No fire whatsoever. Love to see it, love to see it. And trick. And over here. And here we are. There's my blood gem. And... yeet! Oh god, that was terrifying. Thank god he ran right into the molly. Unlike Cleric Beast and unlike Gascoigne. Ooh, Shaman Bone Blade. It's a rare little drop. That's not it. There we go. All right, let's head back to the dream. Think I got enough to get my weapon to +4. Technical question for Liza P. May you fully change a weapon scaling just with the handle stuff? You mean full strength weapon could become a full dex one or vice versa? I believe the handles change it to a certain point. Like if it primarily scales with strength, it will primarily scale with skill or technique. But I think for depending on the weapon, there's a cap to how high that scaling would go. Like if it was an A scaling on strength or motivity, and then you moved it to technique, I think it would be like a B scaling then. I think. I could be wrong. It all depends on what you choose or how you choose to make your build. Shaman Bone is perfect for the sharks in the DLC. Yes, it is. Too bad I've never done it. Never done it like that. You wish Bloodborne was on PC? Me too. I'd play it all the time. I do randomizers probably every stream. I think Bloodborne would grow way more if it was on PC. Will it ever be there, though? Probably not. Probably not. Probably not until PlayStation 6 is announced and it's hopefully a launch game. Sounds weird to use a greatsword with status, dex, or whatever besides strength. Now that's true, but there are some weapons in Lies of P. Just because I've been experimenting a little bit with my girlfriend, because she's still trying to do like acidic build. If you have like the acidic crank, there are weapons that are strength that will do like a massive chunk of acidic buildup in a single hit. So it's possible. I don't know if it's ideal, but I think it'd be possible. And depending on what weapon you choose, pretty effective. Oh my god, I didn't take damage there. That's a rare beauty. Hello! Well, that's not right. Well, that's not right. There we go. Hey, you should be really nice, dude, and drop a twin bloodstone. That'd be huge. That'd be huge. Ow. Oh. Got him. Oh, okay. All right. Oh, this is gonna hurt. Woo! Nailed it. Guy, I just want to get around you so I can go to safety if need be. Got him. Really? Not enough damage. There we go. Sir, I need the twins behind you, sir. Got him. Really? Still alive? Got him. And got him. Nice. So, how many is that now? 5? 6. Beautiful. How many more do I need? I can never remember. Because it's 12, isn't it? Or no? Is it 16? I think I need 16. So I think I need another 6. I think I need another 6 stones. So we should go do that really quick. Actually, no. We should go back and level up. Yeah, we should go back and level up because I never sold the doll set. Because I was like, why is my health so low? That's probably why, right there. It's kind of an important thing on a Deathless run to have health so you don't die. But who needs health? Just don't get hit. It's that simple. Alright, please, doggies, lose interest. I'm not that important. I'm not that tasty. Well, I don't think they lost interest. Stop. Oh god, that's not what you want. There we go. Stop. Ow. All that, and you didn't even drop me a bloodstone shard. What an animal. Wow, I just drank out of the can instead of my glass with ice in it. What an idiot. What a big brain I have. What a big brain. Alright, yep, I was right. 6 more. Okay, don't need the gems. Sell the doll stuff. I remembered. I also don't need those. Nope. There we go. Now I got my drip on. I don't want to purchase. There we go. Anything else? Yes, the old hunter's bone. Holy cow, I have blood. All right, good chunk of change. 20. 28. Yeah, we'll do 28. That's pretty good damage right there. Hemwick. Gotta go kill the witches so we can put on a rune. I almost drank from the can again. What is wrong with me? All right, more cold blood. Always welcome. Don't touch me. Thank you. I'm glad he listened. He withdrew his firm high five. I did not want a firm high five there. That lady sounded like she enjoyed that. Did you hear that? She was moaning with pleasure. All right. How many am I at? Am I at 6? I think I'm at 6. Beautiful. Let's go get the shortcut. Man, I'm really glad I don't have to grab those twins anymore. You started your 1,000,000th, billionth, trillionth, whatever that is, Elden Ring playthrough? What are you gonna do for your run, if you don't mind me asking? You're gonna do all 207 bosses just cuz? That's a game I'm probably going to start streaming again. I was debating on playing it this weekend on stream, but I'm like, you know, I got Lies of P that I'm almost done with the base game. And I have the DLC to play, which is the best part of the game. So I don't know, man. I don't know. Elden Ring will happen probably when I beat Bloodborne. Or Lies of P, whichever one it is. Whichever one comes first. Because it's been like well over a month, I think, since I played Elden Ring. Which means I'm probably going to be rusty. You're gonna do a strength build? That's just what you feel like doing? Probably gonna speedrun the main game and do some side bosses as well? Hey, that's not a bad plan. You got the DLC at all or no? Okay, is there anything else I need to do before I actually go in there? Into the boss fight? I think just buy fire paper. Oh, God. My collarbone. Ow. You might do some DLC. It's been boring you a little lately. I mean, this sounds crazy and is a hot take. I don't think the DLC's that good. Like, I think there's really good bosses in the DLC, but I don't think the DLC is that good. I think it was more Elden Ring and Elden Ring's problems that I have with it, which there's not many. They only got reinforced in the DLC, and they also added in something that I hate, which is, oh, I didn't upgrade my weapon. Oh well, that's fine. But they added something that I hate, which is, ow. That hurt. They added something I hate, which is picking up items to get stronger. Like, I hate that. I really do. Oh. Well, hang on. Like, I don't mind having Shadow fragments in the game. I just hate how we get them. I don't want to explore the entire world to find... Ah, I did that wrong. Oh well. I don't want to explore the whole world to try to find one little item. You know what I mean? And then I gotta find 50 of them. Like, that's the part I really don't like. It's a lot of damage. Oh, she moved again. I don't know where she went. Oh, there she is. Got her. You really liked your first 3 playthrough and now not so much? Yeah, like that is Elden Ring's biggest problem is replayability. They have so many builds that are really awesome and really cool. But the game is just, like, it's the right size for the content they have in it, but the size of the level is too big. And I think we talked about that before in a previous stream. Like, it's really, really good. It's really, really good. Like, definitely, it's the game that I would recommend any wannabe Souls player that has never played a Souls game to start there, because it's so good on a first playthrough. That arguably might be a better first playthrough than Bloodborne for me. But... repeat playthroughs, you're just riding on a horse avoiding a lot of the game because you want to go get certain items, right? And that's kind of where I have some issues. Because that shouldn't be a thing in a From Software game. You know? Because up to that point, it really wasn't. It was like the game is the right size to get things done a certain way so you can speed through the game really fast and get overpowered really fast. And then in Elden Ring, you can get overpowered really fast in terms of number of bosses killed compared to how much damage you're doing. But how did you do that? Did you fight a lot of bosses, or did you run on a horse for 20 minutes, half hour, gathering all of your items, and then next thing you know, your build's already basically done and you have just started the game, right? Like, it's interesting. It's interesting. I think it's good, but it's just not what I really like in these games. Short success put a smile on my face most of the time because people's attention's so small, or trash, that it is what it is. That's another thing too. Yeah. I like One thing I really enjoy about these games too is something that I just kind of mentioned was the replayability. Like one of the reasons I have over 2,500 hours in Bloodborne is because it's so addictive. I can beat the game multiple times in one day. Or if you ask me to do that with Elden Ring, I think I might, even if I try to do just the base game, instead of the base game and DLC, you're looking at probably 2 to 3 streams from me. So about 9 to 12 hours, I think, would be probably the fastest I'd ever be able to do it. Without using any glitches, without doing anything too crazy, just like a great sword or a colossal weapon with some simple talismans and easy flasks to get, I still think it would take me about that long because of how much riding around there is to do. And then you ask me to do Bloodborne, I can do literally 100% trophies in 9 hours or less. I guarantee it. Got her right in her stupid face. And a facial to finish. Look at that. They prefer 15 seconds instead of a 3-hour Deathless run. That's so true. I hate when people are like that. They're like, I need to know if you did it right now. Instead of just like enjoying the ride. You know what I mean? Oh, I shouldn't have gone back already. Oh well, that's fine. It is what it is. I should have ran to Forbidden Woods first. Alright, I need to get my health up a little bit higher. But for now, we're going to run through Forbidden Woods, picking up as much stuff as we can. Why is my dog barking? But we are going to run through Forbidden Woods. Hang on. I'll be back. She's still barking. Something's messing with her. I'll be back. You're not gonna believe this. A dude tried to sell me a textbook. Like a straight up textbook. A volume collection of textbooks. It was like a dude who's probably like a college age kid trying to sell me a bunch of volume textbooks in khaki shorts and a t-shirt. Tell me that isn't a scam. Tell me that isn't a scam. And it's ballsy to do it in a door-to-door salesman type fashion. So, I laughed at him and said, no. I have nobody who is going to school right now in this household. Please leave me alone. What the hell? That is so weird. Alright, I don't think I need to buy anything. I think we'll just level up again. Alright, Grand Cathedral. Time to run to Forbidden Woods. And we're gonna run to Canehurst. By the way, Fabio, you know what you just said, that they prefer 15 seconds instead of 3-hour Deathless runs? That's basically, you just basically described the short series that I'm going to be starting to try to grow my channel a little more. So basically every stream that I do, every attempt that I have, there's going to be at least one short made about it. Because that will hopefully bring enough attention to be like, hey, you don't need 15 seconds to just watch this one thing. You can come see it live, and it's cool live. Because we got cool people here that want to hang out and have fun, talk about cool video games. And other cool shit. But a lot of people have short attention spans, including me. I'm not going to lie. You know what game I think I would love, but it's going to be really hard to get through? Because the reviews of a lot of different content creators for this game are pretty much the same. They're like, the first 10 hours of this game is excruciatingly slow. But after that, it's one of the best games they've ever played. And I'm talking about Crimson Desert. I would love to play that game. But I don't know if I want to sit through 10 hours of garbage with moments where the game is fun to eventually get to something that's really, really fun. At least that's what everybody says. I don't know, though. I haven't seen anything on Crimson Desert other than they're like, that's the game that's been updated the most since its release this calendar year, which I think is really cool. Because that means the game developers actually care. So that's another reason why I'm kind of interested in playing that game. I don't know why I went back. I didn't need to. I tell you what, man, my brain ain't braining today. But it's fine, because we're going to get this Deathless run done. I don't need to think. I just need to do. I don't need to think at all. I just got to do. We just got to full send it. YOLO. Oh, thank God he missed me. Because that would have hurt. Alright, now that we got our Beast Blood pellets, we can run through to... should we go through the rest of Forbidden Woods? Should we go get the Canehurst summons? We'll do the Canehurst summons. Might as well. Oh god. Best thing is live stream for you. At least you used to play for Fighting Games Pro League. You're used to watching full tournaments for hours. But whatever, modern players. Yeah, that's another good take. Cause I never got into like the tournament scene for like live streams and things like that, but I liked watching Games Done Quick, which was a longer live stream where they'd play multiple games for multiple games on that stream, and some of them are like 20 minutes, some of them are an hour and a half, and these games take hours to beat, or even like tens of hours to beat. So it's really cool. Most of the time, anyway. It's really cool to see people play those games that fast. You're too old for that shit? That's fair. That's fair. Yeah, I got you. By the way, Lethal Weapon, what a fantastic movie series. Oh, that's so good. I gotta rewatch that. Like, Lethal Weapon 1 and 2 were some of my favorite movies from my childhood. That, like, that action genre, that crime genre. And Mel Gibson always does a great job playing a psychopath. And that movie series also inspired, like, other ones that I really like Tango and Cash. That's a movie probably nobody's ever heard from this generation, like the new generation of movie lovers. Poke, poke, poke. You love Games Done Quick channel? You can see all kind of speedrun game types. Yeah, exactly, right? The only thing I have like a slight complaint over is whenever the run that they're showing is like basically all glitches and they're not really playing the game. That's like the only time I really have a gripe with them. Like I watched Sekiro Games Done Quick and a dude's swimming in the air and bypassing a good chunk of bosses and I'm like, why even play the game if you're gonna miss some of the most fun fights? Like, what? Okay. I will say there are some though that are really boring to watch too. Like the Elden Ring speedrun on release, you had to fight like 4 bosses to finish the game or something like that. It was like 2 remembrance bosses to get into Lane Dell. No, 3 remembrance bosses. Then you go fight Fire Giant, Malekith, or Godskin Duo Malekith, and then I think there was a way to skip Gideon, and then you're in the final fight. And I'm just like, you ran around longer than you actually fought the bosses. That's so boring to me. I would hate that. Like, I play these games because I want to fight tough bosses and do all of that and try to see how fast I can kill them without breaking the game, right? So to see that, it's like, oof, that's kind of boring. That's a boring way to play, in my opinion. But then there are some games like Mario that are super cool that people are capable of do. Like, I am not a platformer. I am terrible at platforming games. I will never play a platforming game. Like, I'm just not skilled in that regards. But, man, the people who can play those games, it's addictive to watch. They're so good. It's not the best to see glitched run. You understand that, but it's all about speed, so fair. Yeah, that's true. That is true. After all, it is called Games Done Quick. I also like watching, like, speaking of platformers, I like to watch, like, challenge players play tough levels in Super Mario Maker. That's so cool. Like, it's so cool seeing the technical ability those guys have of knowing, like, the timings of when to hit different buttons for your different types of jumps. It's so cool. I wish I was good at those games, but at the same time, I know a good chunk of those players wish they were as good as me in Bloodborne. So, that's a fair trade. It's a fair trade. You can't be good at everything. And I'd rather be good at these games. Because these games feel really arcadey, most of the time. Like, pretty much Demon Souls all the way up to Bloodborne and Sekiro feel really arcadey. Where it's really fast. You just kind of go from one level to the next, to the next, to the next. Where in Elden Ring, it's like, they slowed it way down. You think the Bloodborne speedrun was 39 minutes? Never watched, though. If you're talking any percent, I think any percent is like half hour, actually. I think. Because I watched the dude who had that world record for many years until I think he basically retired from streaming. And he had like a legendary crash out that I will not really talk about because he said some incredibly offensive things on the internet that he shouldn't be saying, in my opinion. Yes, I need this. Oh, wait, hang on. Hang on, sorry. I didn't mean to do that. I meant to throw on these.
Have you got a screw loose? Or is it your animal intuition? You hunters have got more blood on your hands.
Ow. Come here, friend. I need your ruin and I don't want to die. Well. That's a waste of a molly. Sir. Ow. That's why I didn't jump. Take your time, buddy. Take your time. That's a good line. Such a cool line. A lot of these NPCs are written so good in this game. Have you calmed down, buddy? No? Okay. Kiss me. Oh, why are you going over there? Sir, why are you the way you are? Sir. Sir. I don't need to lock on. Nah, I don't need it. You follow a famous Devil May Cry player called Waifu? I love that name. The guy's great on that, but he has zero tolerance on stream. What do you mean zero tolerance? Like he just doesn't take any crap from people in chat, or like doesn't really like try certain things in chat. I don't know how to explain it good. Like he just doesn't like when people like smack talk him or joke around, or what? Because I think the only way for me to ban you is if for you to say something that's just crossing a line. Otherwise, I don't really care because I really believe in free speech, so. Oh, I don't know why I sent that back down. I'm dumb. Alright. First half is done. Let's go level up really quick. So I think we got a good amount of stuff. Why didn't I think of a name like that, waifu? I just did a boring one, all paths taken. Because I wanted to play really cool adventure games and RPGs. And do, like, everything in the games that are possible. Anything else? Yep, that's what I needed. I knew it. I knew I was forgetting something. Okay. We have to... trying to think. We have to beat Shadows of Yharnam. And Rom. We also have to... should we go to Canehurst? And get our weapon to +7 so we can just do the rest of... then we can do Shadows. I think that's a good idea. Let's do that. Let's do that. We'll do Canehurst. We won't kill Ligarius because I want to come back with a +10 weapon. But we will run through Ligaria, or run through Canehurst and get all of those goodies to level up our weapon to +7 or 8. A little bit earlier. At least +7. Because that way Shadows gets that much easier. Rom gets that much easier, especially since we can't use bolt paper. And then we can go from there. I didn't like that noise. Alrighty. Here we are. I love this level. It's so beautiful. Now we got to take a nice stroll through Canehurst Castle. We got to run on the rocks to not aggro the jumpy ladies. The bloodsuckers. And then we get the enemies that, if you kill all of them, if you kill every enemy in this level, you get like 60,000. This is one of my favorite levels to farm and kill everybody to level up when I first started playing this game. Because it was really easy to kite everybody and move everybody because they move so slow. This is one of the best spots in Bloodborne, in my opinion, to farm for levels. Because you just kill everybody. It takes like one pass killing every enemy in this level. 54,000 echoes. Just a boatload of levels you can get so fast with this. Because killing everybody takes like, what, 10 minutes? If you don't get hit. If you do get hit, probably takes longer. I shouldn't say everybody in the level. I should say everybody until the shortcut. I think it's close to 54,000. Alright, Bloodstone Chunk. Here we come. Alright, let's grab this armor down here, which can be kind of sketchy to grab, but it's fine. I'll be okay. Easy, flawless. Rank your top 5 games in order, or Souls games in order. Well, you already know number 1 with Bloodborne. I would say, let's see, I gotta think about this. Because my top 5 changes a lot. Number 1's Bloodborne. Number 2, I would say, is... probably Sekiro. Number 3 would be Elden Ring. 4 would be Demon's Souls Remake. And then 5 is Dark Souls 3. Actually, no. 5 would be Armored Core 6. Ow. That hurt. He has that many iframes to stand? Game, what are you doing to me? That was 5, right? I think that was 5. I got distracted by an enemy. If you asked me to rank my top 5 Souls likes, so not including From Software, that's a little more interesting list. Because then you get to talk about games that not everybody's played, which is pretty cool. I would say for those, number 5 probably would be... I gotta think. Top 5 Souls-likes. Not from software. I might need to pull up a list. I'm not drawing a blank on 5 of them. Like, I know what my number 1 is. Yeah, I'm gonna pull up a list once I get to the top of the ladder. Or once I get to the top of the ladder. I gotta pull up a list and see all of the different Souls-likes that are out, because I'm just drawing a blank on all the ones I've played. Because there are a few I have not played. Alright, let me see really quick. Souls-like games. Let's do list of Souls games. Souls-likes. Alright. So going down the list in no particular order. First Berserker Kazan's definitely on that list. Nioh 2 is definitely on that list. Nioh 3 might be there, but I haven't played all of Nioh 3, and I probably won't until the DLC comes out. My number 5 would probably be Strangers of Paradise, the Final Fantasy Origin game. Even though that has the worst story I've ever heard, the game is so good. Wolong Fallen Dynasty is probably there. Lies of P would be there. Yeah, I don't know if I have like a for sure set for place for each of them because they switch all the time. Number 1 is definitely Nioh 2 though. That's for sure. First Berserker Kazan's probably right underneath of that number 2. Lies of P would probably be number 3. Strangers of Paradise number 5 with Wolong at number 4. That's probably that list. I'd say that's that list. Apologies about taking so long and standing in one spot. I had to really think. I had to really use my noggin, and I'm not good at that. You asked me too hard of a question, dude. Thymesia is also another very underrated one. I just think that game's too short. I also don't know if I'd call it a Souls game. I'd call it more of a Sekiro-like. Because there's a lot more Sekiro-likes that are coming out. Like, Lies of P, I'd put in a Sekiro-like because of the deflect mechanic. Or the perfect guard mechanic. Technically, First Berserker Kazan would also be there. Because that also has a perfect deflect or a perfect guard. Thymesia would also be under that category. Wolong would be under that category. There's a lot of really good games that are technically Souls-likes, but they're actually more classified as a Sekiro-like. Isn't Mortal Shell 2 coming out soon? That game I think is going to be pretty good. I don't know if I'm going to play it just because, like, I really want to push hard to get to be a partner on YouTube because then I have a little more freedom to do what I want because I know at least I'm going to have some kind of monetization at that point. So I don't know if I'll play it on launch, but I will play it eventually. Thymesia is quite good. Only mid-low budget game. That's it. Pretty much, yeah. That, and I thought the lack of voice actors for some of the characters in some of the game was kind of an interesting choice. And I know it's because of low budget, but like it was an interesting choice because there were some parts that I thought you might want to actually have legit dialogue here, and there was none. But other than that, it was really, really good. And I thought the leveling system was weird as well. Because there were only 3 levels. But if you only chose to level up 1, you really didn't see a difference. At least I didn't. Like, 1 was to level up your health, 1 was to level up your damage, and the 1 was to level up your claw, I believe. I only did the claw because I'm like, the claw is kind of what's most important out of these things, because if I just perfectly deflect, I'm not going to die. Okay, I did that already. And then on top of that, like, most games, including that one, are nice where it's not going to kill you in one shot, like a Bloodborne or a Dark Souls game would. Elden Ring, not so much. That's different. But for the most part, I would say that's a lot of ruins and echoes that I didn't know I had. But for the most part, I'd say that's probably why I think that game's good, but I think it could have been better. Which is obvious to say. It was a low-budget game. But for what they did, excellent job. They did exactly what I like about video games, is they made it with a gameplay-first focus, because the gameplay was really good. And it's a really unique idea. Using your charged attacks with the claw to make sure they don't get their health back. Like, that's really cool. Excellent. 30 and 35. Now we can go Forbidden Woods and all the way to Shadows of Yharnam. This is definitely a roadblock for a lot of players. We'll see if I can do it. Boss fights are good too. Yes, they are. I thought a lot of them are really good. Their attempt at a gimmick boss, though, I thought was really bad. Like, I did not enjoy that fight at all. I don't even remember what it was. I just remember being like, it's not even a fight. I just run through the level and hit a button? Okay. But they had some really good creativity for that team. I don't know if they're making a new game or if they got hired on at a different company or something like that, but they were pretty good. They were pretty good. Because it was what, like 7 people made that game? Like, for 7 people to make that game, that's incredible. And I think they did a really good job playtesting it too, because it ran really well. Oh no! That's not what you want to see. Thank God I just got all of that health. Otherwise, that probably would have been the run right there. Oh, okay. I thought I missed. A software house from Taiwan, quite small. Yeah, that's what I was saying. Like, I'm pretty sure it was like under 10 people were a part of making that game. Which I think is really cool, because they did a great job. Alright, let's go this way to grab my last rune that I'll need. Considering how many trash AAA games you know, they're so good. Yeah, exactly. Like, there should be no excuse that a AAA game comes out and underperforms. And what I mean by underperforms, like, the game is not done. Like, you can just look at it and go, this isn't complete. Like, prime example, which apparently has redeemed itself in many people's eyes, but I don't know if I'll ever play it, is Cyberpunk. Because, like, I was a really big sci-fi guy growing up. Like, Aliens was such a good movie. Blade Runner was such a good movie. So I was really, really excited to see the cyberpunk universe and get into that type of content again. And that genre again. Because I was a huge Star Wars fan, too, and Star Trek. And seeing like, that type of futuristic society that was closer to what we have today, like, it was cool. But then to have it come out and just not run on pretty much anything, like, that was rough, dude. Like, that was rough. And they advertised it like crazy. They spent so much money trying to get that game out. Oh, and then just to have it absolutely flop at that was ridiculous. But They did do a ton of patches. Yeah, like you said, it's quite good. It's quite good now. It's got a better story. That is true. So, like, I might play it, but at the same time, like, I still feel like if I spend my money on that game, I'm technically supporting leadership that is okay releasing a terrible product that is incomplete and charging a high amount of money for it. Like, if they would have said, hey, look, this game is not done yet, but we'll give it to you for $50 instead of 70, I probably would have been like, okay, that's fair. I won't be upset. But they didn't. They just said, screw it. Full send. YOLO. And it just got absolutely demolished on release. And I think it's like, to me, that's just one thing I can't forgive that, because they've made incredibly good games before. They should know better than to do that. It's not like a Thymesia company that they're doing the best they can with what they have. Like, that company, CD Projekt Red, has the resources. No! Holy cow, that was interesting. I gotta focus. Well, that guy's dead. Ow. They refunded as far as you know? Well, I hope so. Oh, pre-patch? Yeah. I doubt they do that now because it's been out for so long. Oh, this is going to hurt really bad. Oh, I stopped him from doing it. Let's go. That's sick. Nice. Under a minute? Hell yeah, dude. That's awesome. All right, let's go to Shadows of Yharnam. Bregenworth. We have the real boss of Bregenworth up first. I don't remember her actual name as an NPC, but I think it said somewhere in the game. I can't remember where. It might be like a Chalice dungeon or something. Nice. 2 levels, right at 35. That's wonderful. Let's go get some more fire. So we have a little higher beast meter. We'll just get 8. That's fine. Okie dokie. Rom, my boy, my girl. She's a girl. We gotta go fight. We gotta have a little tussle after we hang out with your other girl pal, your gal pal. Choir lady. Singing lady. Is it just me, or I've done so many playthroughs of Elden Ring, you feel like just skipping the first 3 bosses of the game, and because they're pretty boring now? You talking about Margit, Godfrey, and who else? Tree Sentinel? Because if those are the 3 you're talking about, that's a fair statement. That is a fair statement, dude. That's kind of the nice thing too about Elden Ring, is like you can skip certain remembrance bosses if you don't want to fight them. Like, technically there is a mandatory boss list that you should be going through, or an order, but that doesn't mean they need to actually be followed. Oh! Gotcha! Stop it! Ow. Excuse me? Lady, I need you to stop doing heavy attacks. Anything else would be better. There we go. Thank you. Got her. 16 heals. Yeah, that's fine. That's fine. We can just go fight Rom. I'm not worried. We'll be okay. All right, little extra insight. Might as well. And here we go. Bang. Right in her tuchus. Who needs to lock on? Not me. Not this guy. Bad spiders. Stop pooping. I don't like spider poop. Ow! Alright. Time to really lock in now, because this is where stuff gets real. Oh, I thought that would stun her. Dang it. Okay, where is she? Did I enter phase 3? I did. Nice. Oops. That's fine. Oh, no! No, 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 no! Oh. Really? I got headbutted into a combo? A combo? I got headbutted into a combo? I can't even believe that. Really? Man, the run was going so good, too. Alright, well. Time to fix it. That's why I can't have nice things. New game.
Oh,
Deathless 9, baby. It was okay. I could have done things a little better. I'm just bummed that I died to Rom of all bosses. Could have been better. It's all right though. We've died to random stuff, and now we finally died to a boss. I'm okay with that. You're back, WTF. Rom happened. Big lady Rom. One of her little babies was mad that I was spanking her mom, and she launched me into her mom's headbutts. After a firm headbutt. So not much I could do. But it's fine, because we're going again, and I gotta spank a wolf really quick. Oh, stop it. Oh, I'm dead. Nope, it was not your curse this time. This one might be, though. We'll see. We're just gonna... There we go. That's fair. I definitely didn't cheat. Come here, Poppy. Oh. Alright. That's not gonna work. Now, that's not gonna work. Can you stop? There is the spanking. Maybe you're the good luck charm? I don't know, man. You are almost the bad luck charm again. Alright, since I've got like an hour and 10 minutes left of the stream, we're gonna try to get to probably Victor Amelia, if I had to guess. Because we're gonna go fast. We're gonna go real fast as I can. I love Cleric Beast's cry there. That's so cool. I really wonder how they made some of these cries. All right. Bam. There we go. Here we go. Let's really lock in though. We can't get to death 10 because then the pressure's really on because I said 10 tries or less. Alright, so I need my bloodstone shards, and I need the sock lever. And then I kind of need my armor. I mean, I don't need my armor, but I kind of need it. Because if I don't have it, I'm going to feel naked. And although in this game I'm a very attractive blue-haired lady, that doesn't mean I want to show my skin. After all, doesn't this take place in a period of time where, like, men got excited when they saw women's ankles? I can't remember what movie I watched with my girlfriend last week while I was on vacation, and we both laughed way too hard because, like, this one dumb, like, high schooler was like a high school aged kid in this Renaissance time, and he was like, I saw her ankles. Like, we laughed way too hard at that. It was not that funny in the grand scheme of things. Alright, lady, give me my bold hunter's marks, please. Oh, wow. I was trying to just pick that up. I'm an idiot. I'm an idiot. It's okay. Alright. Just hit the saw cleaver. There we go. Thank you. Oh, bullets. All right. Big bads, where are you? Got him. Still alive. Not anymore. Dodged it. Ow! Didn't dodge that one. Just took it right to the face. Good thing I got an iron head, baby. Bulletproof. Let's grab stones first. Give me blood. Thank you. Money. It's all about the money, baby. Got him. All right, now saw spear time. Ooh, I should kill this dude too. Give me more blood. Thank you. Oh, that's not it. That's too far. Oh, there we go. Well, that was close. Oh, I might get my butt tickled. Nope, never mind. He did that. He was supposed to chase me. He still tried to tickle it, though. Still tried to. Ow. Alright, we got the bullets. Oh, I should have gone back up. I should have gone up to get the madman's knowledge from the crows. That way I can level up a little early. Alright, now that I got my weapon on, I actually feel a little stronger already. Because the threaded cane's good. It's just good. It's just good once it's leveled up once. Otherwise, it's just not doing enough damage. And it doesn't scale very much with skill on its intro level. Alright, do you think, what are the odds this guy blows himself up again? I say it's like a 90% chance. You bought a 2 boomer shooter called Forgive Me Father about Cthulhu and stuff? That's cool. Not a backstab, really. Shining coins? That's garbage. Who needs actual money in this game? There we go. Got him. I need another game that actually has some, like, HP Lovecraft stuff in it. And the gameplay's actually fun. Because there's some Cthulhu games out there, but they're like the horror game of you never have a weapon, so you can't defend yourself. I'm like, that's one of the reasons why I love Bloodborne so much, is that it is that HP Lovecraft and Cthulhu stuff. But you do get to defend yourself. You know what I mean? So I don't know. And I've heard like Baldur's Gate 3 has some Cthulhu stuff in it, but I'm not much of like a turn-taking type player. Like Expedition 33 and Pokemon are pretty much it. Sinking City? Yeah, I've heard of that one. I don't know. I have heard of it. I haven't seen enough to really want to try it. All right, let's go grab. Oh, I forgot to get this door. Dang it. We need to go grab the rest of my stones so we can level up the weapon and level up. It means I also will need to use my Madman's knowledge, which I can go do really quick. You're going to do another Witcher 3 playthrough later today. I have only played through Witcher 3 one time because that game is so ridiculously long. And I say that in the nicest way possible because it is really good. But there's so many cutscenes. There's so many cutscenes. It's like I'm not playing a game anymore. Where am I going? Oh, I was supposed to go the other way. It's fine. They're gonna leave me alone. It's okay. I will say Witcher 4 is a game I'm probably going to be playing on launch. Because I really did enjoy my playthrough of The Witcher 3. I just thought the combat was a little simple. And too many cutscenes. Where am I going? I need to go grab the bloodstone shards that are up there. Force of habit. Once you get that door open, you just want to go back to the dream. I wish Berserk actually made a new game that was fun. Because there were some Berserk games, I think, on like the Dreamcast and a couple other old consoles that were really cool. And I don't think they got ported to the new consoles or anything. But I've watched a couple people play those games, and those games looked really cool. Did I die? Indeed, I did. Rom got me. One of her babies was not happy that I was beating up her mom, so needless to say, she tried to headbutt me. Right into Rom's own headbutt as well. Just unfortunate circumstances all around, but it's fine. I should have known better than to go in when I did. It's a book-based story. So it's got a lot of cutscenes, but it's a good narrative. Yeah, that's true. That's true. Like, if the narrative's good, I'll watch them. But second time through, I'm probably not going to watch them anymore. Which is kind of a hindering factor if I was going to try to see what the other decisions were I could have done during the game. Alright, cool. Now that he's staying up here, I can just wail on him. Alright. Boom. Bam. Bop. I don't really feel like running through the level again, because I got everything. Evil. Alright, is there any stuff I can sell? Really? Didn't use him. All right. Cleric Beast, here we come. Alright, gotta remember to trick my weapon so I get the opening facial. Oh, really? Jump attack. Got him. Never saw it coming. Ow. Ow. Don't die to Cleric Beast, please. You played a Rockstar game, bullying? Oh no. When I feel like having fun looking around? Please stop. Please stop. Please stop. Run away. Run away. Oh, he was coming for my butt cheeks because I hit the wrong button and he knew it. What was that? Did he just animation cancel? This is not a good fight. It's a really good thing he doesn't hit that hard. Got him. Another jump attack. Might as well. There we go. Okay. Definitely not my best. Whew. I healed 5 times. That was terrible. Alright. I think we definitely need to go back to the dream and get max blood vials before we fight Gascoigne after how abysmal that fight went. Whew. I don't know if I've ever heard of Bully, Red Dead. What is Bully? Okay, we'll buy a couple more. We'll buy like what? 2 more blood vials before we go fight him? 7? Nice. Alright, Papa Guac, here we come. Excuse me, fellers. Thank you. Alright, Papa Guac. Here we are. Time to just absolutely melt you again. I need to lock in, though, really quick. Gotta shake out the shoulders. I've been sitting too much. Here we go. Here we go. Lock in. Don't suck. Hey, off to a good start. We're not sucking. That's some pretty good damage, dude. Oh. Well, that sucks. Ow.
What's that smell? The sweet blood. Oh, it sings to me.
Ow.
It's enough to make a man sick.
Backstab! Baited! Ha 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 ha! Let's go! Transition. Transition. Really? Oh, that sucks. Got him. Got him. That was quick. That was pretty quick. Hell yeah, dude. On to the next one. It's one of the Rockstar's most popular games besides GTA and Red Dead. You're playing as a bad kid who's sent away to one of the worst schools in the country, and his name is Jimmy Hopkins, and he ends up taking over. It's really fun combat and story. There's different stuff like groups. That sounds pretty cool. That sounds interesting. I did not hear about that game. That's something I'll have to check out. Thanks for sharing that. Remember, you're an orphan ass whooper? I will never forget, dude. Thank you, sir. Papa Guac, though, is one of the bosses that every now and again I just play like an idiot. I think it's because every now and again he just gets super repetitive into his gunshots, and that I don't know what triggers that. I don't know what triggers all of his gunshots, because that's one thing, even with all my hours, I've struggled to try to figure out. Because when he doesn't shoot that much, he's pretty easy. Pretty easy fight for how many hours I've played. But when he just loves to shoot, man, does he make that fight hard. Alright, now it's on to Susie Skinflaps, though. And she's someone who I can underestimate very easily. Be nice. Thank you. Oh, what you doing back there, bug boy? He's just checking things out. Ow. Well, that was close. I almost died. Oh, look at him. He actually found the right way to go. Sometimes when I run through, they get stuck on something. It's kind of funny. Alright, we need our money and our mollies. And then we can head on to get the fire paper.
Take this.
Hurry up. Thank you. Alright. Now Old Yarnum. I love that they get stuck there. That makes life really easy. Okay, puppy. We'll just go by. That's fine. He's like that guy that just follows you going, "Hey, I'm here to talk to you about your car's extended warranty." Sir, Sir or madame, slow down. He's just chasing me. Wow, I just grazed his knuckle. That was enough to kill him. You want to play this game? It's a great game, dude. It is a very good game, Sripad. Hopefully I said that right. I am dyslexic, so sometimes I read things really wrong. Can you play on PC? I think you can. But it's like I think there's the way to play it on PC, but I'm not 100% sure. I would it's a PlayStation exclusive game, so I know at one point I think you could play it on PC, but it's just the base game. You wouldn't be able to get the DLC, and the DLC is even better than the base game. So yeah, unfortunately, it's on PlayStation only as of right now. I'm pretty sure.
Adept, merciless, which is why I must stop you.
All right. Oh, time for the cool part of Old Yharnam. I really enjoy that they put stuff like this in these games. And this is probably my favorite one, where they use like environmental stuff to make a level easier. Like, this is just cool. That's so cool. That's so cool. You know the lore, it's driving me, it drives you crazy. You don't know or you do know? Because I love the lore of this game. There's a way to do it using an emulator, but you'd not recommend it in your opinion, but that's up to you. Oh yeah, that's fair. I was gonna say I thought it was on PC, but I think it was only for the base game. Okay, fellas, can you chill? Why did I throw it way over there? It's like Molotovs are, it's like the Molotovs are drunk or something like that. Holy crap. Dead angled. Oh, come on. Drop beast blood pellets. That makes life easier. Help you folks with what? I can only do so much. I'm just a random stranger on the internet. To play this, I would send you my PlayStation, but I like my PlayStation. Can you... I just want the item. Ah, there we go. Okay. I love the ragdoll effects of this game. I love everything about this game. It's so good. Really? That's surprising. Good for you, dude. Good for you, dude. I'm surprised you survived that hit. Oh, that's why I didn't put my gems on. That's why. Which country am I in? I'm in the USA, baby. I am an American. Full-fledged. All right, let's head back to the dream to fully upgrade the weapon, because I don't think I've done that yet. Oh. Well, That's unfortunate for me, I guess. We'll just use that. You're from India? I've got a couple people in my chat that are from India. That's pretty cool. I'm surprised I'm reaching global. Like, or not, I'm not surprised I'm reaching global. I'm surprised how much of my community is global. Because in terms of videos, when I look at my analytics, most of the people that watch are from the United States. But for streams, it seems like most people are overseas, which is pretty cool. That's something that's cool about the world of gaming, man. You don't have to be in one country to like video games. Alright, we got our weapon upgraded. Now we need... I'm good on blood. I'm okay on bullets. Whatever I don't have after this... 4 levels. Go 2 and... yeah, we'll go 2 and 2. Alright, whatever I don't have, I will buy bullets. Okie dokie. Old Yarnum, here we go. You're currently playing Elden Ring? What build you running, dude? We were just talking earlier about how I need to get back into playing Elden Ring. But I got Bloodborne today. Lies of P is most likely going to be on stream tomorrow, where we're going to try to wrap up the base game and at least start the DLC or get to the DLC. And then once I beat either the Deathless challenge in Bloodborne or beat the DLC in Lies of P, then we're going to be playing Elden Ring again. I needed a little bit of break from it, because the Deathless runs that I was trying to do on Elden Ring, biting off a little more than I could chew. So I needed a bit of a break. And thankfully there are other great games out there that I got to play. Doing a Dex build. This game's really hard to understand when it's not your first language. Hey, that's fair, dude. That is fair. Bloodhound's Fang with Blood Flame. That's a pretty good build. It's a pretty good build to use. If you're going to use something like Blood Flame or Bleed, I'd recommend either occult curved swords, like the bandit curved swords that you can farm from the where's my blood? That you can farm from the Skelly Man right outside the church in Weeping Peninsula. The one that's like the northern church on the island. Or you could just use like twin blades. Slap Bleed on that bad boy with occult scaling and you will do ridiculous damage with jump attacks. Like, I'm not even joking. Oh, I should have put my other armor on. Whoops. That's fine. This should be okay. We just gotta lock in. I need to build up my beast meter. Come on. I got hit by that? What? That was dangerous. Oh, we're so close. Alright. Simple enough. Simple enough. It's your first Souls game? Elden Ring's a great first game to start with, dude. Other than Bloodborne, which one did you want to play next? Yeah, we'll get more health. That's fine. Don't think I need any of those. I feel like I'm forgetting stuff. I don't think that's enough for a level. Nope, dang it. Guess your Souls game? Dark Souls 3. Oh, guess your first Souls game. Okay. Probably Dark Souls. I either go with Dark Souls 1 or Sekiro. Unless you were a Souls-like guy for your first game. Which that's pretty bold. I don't find many people like that. I need to sell something. Do I have stuff to sell? I do. Nice. Nah. Is it Dark Souls 1? Oh, it's Sekiro. Hey, look at that. I was right. I'm a genius. Smartest man alive. I need that. And then I can sell this. So we got the drip on. Your first was Demon Souls. You'll always defend it. Dude, Demon Souls is a great game. It is. I think it's slightly better than Dark Souls 1. Slightly. It's very close. Because I think Dark Souls 1 level design is better, but I think the lore of Demon Souls, I think the gameplay is just a smidge better. I don't know why, because I played Dark Souls first, but Demon Souls is just so good. After Sekiro, every Souls game feels easier. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. Hey, that's fair. That is fair. Sekiro's probably the hardest one to learn. But once you learn it, it's the easy. I'd say it's easy to learn, hard to master. So once you master it, it makes a lot of the other games really easy. All right, let's run behind here. So we got to grab our fire paper from the top and not get shot. That'd be good. And then once we get our fire paper, then we can run back down, get some twins. And then once we get our twins, we'll get a beast rune, our doll set, and a bunch of other stuff. My dog barking again. I can't tell. Yeah, my dog's barking. Hang on, I'll be right back, guys. There's one of my neighbors absolutely blasting music on giant subwoofers in their car, and it was literally rattling the house. So I walked out towards our front door because it's where the dog was barking and freaking out at, and I could feel it vibrating the house and shaking the windows. Like, at what point is your speakers too loud, you know? Like, I love listening to different music and stuff like that, really loud, but like, at what point is too loud, you know? When it's literally shaking the earth from your car, I feel like that's a little too loud. Just saying. A lot of people say that Demon Souls is a prototype and a bad version of Dark Souls, but that's a lie. Demon Souls is an individual game that's a gem in your opinion. I think it's too. I think every game is a prototype for the next one. Right? Like I think every one. They improved on the formula every single game they've ever made. Even Armored Core, which is something so different. Like Armored Core 6 was so different than any of the other Souls games. But to me, it feels even better than their last game they made before that with Sekiro. Like in terms of like mobility, build variety, even trying to play like melee with that game is so much fun. So I think what you're right that it is its own game, but I also think that other people are right as well, where it is like the prototype for Dark Souls 1. But in my eyes, that doesn't discredit Demon Souls. I think that's a recognition thing of like, hey, Demon Souls is really good. Here's how they made a similar version of the game, but they made it in better in a lot of ways. And if your opinion is the other stuff's better, then that's fine too. Like at the end of the day, it's your opinion. That's all that really matters. Like I'd say Bloodborne's probably the best game they've ever made, and I know thousands of people would disagree with me if I ever said that and didn't defend it. I've talked a lot about that on my streams, actually, while playing Bloodborne. That I think Bloodborne's the best game ever made. It has the least amount of flaws, in my opinion. The least amount of flaws and the least amount of things to improve on. While also being just an incredibly fun game. With so much replayability. So much challenge. Because of the dynamic difficulty of the game and the franchise. And a lot of that stuff I'm mentioning too is already in all of those other games. Like from Demon Souls all the way up to Elden Ring Night Rain. It's one of the reasons, probably the main reason why I think these games are so freaking fun. Alright, we gotta grab a bunch of items in this area. All this stuff we're selling, so we can make even more money. And then once we get the last of the twins that we need, and gotta think what else. Our blood gem, then we'll warp back to the dream, and we'll level up so we can start killing things again. You agree it's objectively the best, but for you it's your personal feelings, it's a tie with Dark Souls 1, and that's fine. Everybody has their own opinion, and then you are perfectly fine with your opinion. My big thing is as long as you can defend it, and you're not just saying what somebody else said, then it's golden, because that's actually your opinion. Like there are people that I've listened to that form thoughts on games that they have never played, and I'm like, dude, if you haven't played it, how can you have opinion on it? Like, you can watch it and say clearly, like, that's just not for you. or you don't know if you would like this, but to say it's objectively bad, I don't know. That's a little difficult for me to defend, unless it is something that's very obvious, like the game just doesn't run. You know what I mean? Like, if the game doesn't run, that's fine. Then yeah, that's something I can agree with. But if the game runs really well and you just say you don't like it because of whatever reason that, again, is either incredibly minor for most people, or I don't know, it just seems like it's more of hearsay about why you have that opinion instead of like actual facts. I think that's a big difference maker when it comes to forming your own opinion. Alright, let's sell the doll set. My weapon's +3, right? I did that, right? Okay, yeah. Not purchase. Sell. Nope. Yeah, let's do that. That's fine. Okay. Do I need blood or do I need bullets? Blood. And we should also buy some fire paper. Alright. Let's go get some twins. Oh, I didn't put my blood gem on. I had one job. I don't even think I leveled up either. Might be a very hot take, but you don't think, you don't really think Dark Souls 3 is really good? You just like Bloodborne and Dark Souls 1 a lot more, but it's still really good? Just sharing your thoughts? Yeah, that's fair. That's very fair. I am not a Dark Souls 3 lover. I like it. I think it's good, but I don't think it's the best. I think it's the best out of the Souls series because the gameplay is the best, but I don't necessarily think that that it's better than the other games. I think it's about the same. Oh, I don't have anything to sell. I'm dumb. All right, well, looks like we're coming back later. Oh, I can at least put the blood gems on, though. Okay, I used the red gem. Sick. Nope. Blood gem. Bam. Good. All right. Time to run through Cathedral Ward again to go get more twins. And then we're going to run through Hemwick and kill the witches. And then we'll kill Vicar Amelia and probably end there. Swerved it. For me, atmosphere and level design is more important than bosses. You actually don't really, or you're not really a boss glazer in these games. I am the exact opposite. A game can look like poo-poo. If the bosses are ridiculous, I will enjoy it. Prime example, Final Fantasy Strangers of Paradise. I think that is one of the worst story games, worst visual games I've ever played, but it has one of the best combat systems and boss fights in gaming. And in terms of like build variety and build crafting, I don't know if there's a game that's better. And I'm being dead serious. I think it even has better build variety than Elden Ring. And it's not even close. I also think that combat system's way more in depth, which is really cool. Because, like, maybe I should play that game on stream one day. I talk about it enough. Oh, God. He almost got my toesies. Oops. Oh, I thought I could dead angle him. Dang it. Oh, that's fine. We parried the fatty. Yeah, but Strangers of Paradise is a game I legitimately ignored the story. I tried to listen to it for like the first 3 hours. I had absolutely no idea what the hell was going on. And I'm just like, alright, that's enough for me. The gameplay's really good, so let's just keep playing. And then the ending of the game happened, and I'm like, I have no idea what anything is. I have no idea what's going on. But the game's good. Most people love bosses more than, like, locations. I mean, that's fair, but I'd also argue one of the reasons that bosses are as good as they are is because of the locations they're in. Like, one of the reasons why Orphan of Kos is one of my favorite bosses, if not my favorite boss in any From Software game, is because of the landscape that you fight him in. Same with Sekiro with Sword Saint Ishin. I think those two are probably the best bosses they've ever made. And I think part of the reason is because of the arena they're in. Like that cliffside in Sekiro with the white flowers all over is so cool. With the lightning going on and the war that just broke out, like, dude, that's tough to beat for an atmosphere in a boss fight. Same with Orphan of Kos, where you just went through a Hamlet village, the fishing hamlet, and you basically were avoiding as many of those giant sharks as possible, only to be met with an infant great one that is being birthed from his deceased mother, and you're basically there at the right time or the wrong time to end up basically fighting and killing it to finish the job of the old hunters, which is freaking wild and nuts. It's so cool. Am I annoying you with your chats? I might actually need to stop talking so much. No, it's good, dude. I pride myself on being a content creator that is not only streaming for the game, but I stream for the people. Like, I want to interact with you guys. I try to read every single comment. If I sound like I'm annoying, I'm apologizing. I'm just dyslexic and reading sucks. So if I say something with a dumb tone or I stutter, it's literally because I couldn't read it. All right. I have enough to level up again, right? Yeah, I do. Should I just run through the level? I mean, I got enough heals. We'll be fine. We'll be fine. Let's go get my last few twins. Oh, my eye. Something's in my eye. This was a terrible decision. Ah! Okay, we're good. Bringing up some interesting stuff to talk about. Exactly right, man. Gets me to think. After all, would it be much of a challenge if I didn't have to think about anything other than Bloodborne? Because, I mean, I've got like 2,500 hours in this game. I've done pretty close to every challenge you could think of, or every type of build you could do in Bloodborne. There's very few I haven't done, I would say. Like, I haven't done a Deathless run, and I haven't done a Hitless. Lady, why are you chasing me? I know my booty looks good in these jeans, but you gotta leave me alone. Alright. Twins. Thank you. Alright, I think I have enough twins. If I don't, I'm gonna actually be upset. Because the only other twins in this level are hard to get because there's a lot of enemies. Hitless might be really interesting to watch. I think so too. It's just I don't know if I'm good enough. Like, I've got thousands of hours in this game. But the strats that I would have to learn, I don't think would be cheesy. I think they'd just be tough. I think they'd be tough to pull off. Which is part of the reason why you'd want to do a hitless run. Like some bosses I might have to fight more without a camera instead, or without lock-on instead of with lock-on. While others I might have to use either a specific weapon that I don't normally want to use, or use items that I don't want to use and things like that. So hitless run would be pretty tough in this game. But I think it'd be more interesting than like an Elden Ring hitless or a Dark Souls hitless, because with that, you're using a lot of magic. And in Bloodborne, there's magic, but you ain't getting magic early. Let me tell you that. I need to upgrade my weapon. That's why I'm back here. Think it'd be interesting, and if you die a lot, it's actually even more fun. Hey, that's true. It creates suspense. Ah, nice. Got cold blood. Timed that perfectly. Enough for a level? Nice. Excellent. All right. Witches, here we come. And then once we get done with the witches, we will basically run straight to Vicar Amelia, absolutely melt her, and then we'll probably call it there once we get to Forbidden Woods. Why do I not have full health? Did I get hit somewhere? Did I take fall damage somewhere? I don't know. Oh well. That's fine. I think hitless would be really tough to run through levels with too, by the way. I think that would make it more fun, honestly. Because then you gotta bob, duck, and weave, dodge, duck, dip, and dive to try to get out of the way of all of these different enemies that are around. I think that'd be pretty cool. Like this situation right here, I almost always get hit. See? Like, that's pretty tough to deal with. Alright, let's do this right, considering last time I kind of messed it up. Boom. Bam. Boom. Nice. 1, 2. Alright, now let's go kill these dudes. She dead? Almost. Oh, one hit. One hit in a dream. Oh, she vanished. There she is. Got her. Dang near perfect, I might say. Dang near perfect. Love it when a plan comes together. All right. Vicar Amelia. Time for you to get your cheeks clapped. Holy cow. It's going to be coming. It's going to be coming pretty quick. Witch ass whooper. It's not that hard to beat those guys. I'm not going to lie. They're one of the bosses which would be not necessarily redesigned, but just give them a little more to make it a little more chaotic and hard. The other boss fight would be the Blue Goobers. The Celestial Emissary boss fight is basically not a boss fight by the time you get to it in the end game. Because it's like, if you don't know, there's like 7 blue jelly bean looking aliens that run at you. Alien looking dudes, because they're not actually aliens. And then you have one of them that his second phase, he just turns into a big one. Kind of lackluster. And most of the time he's dead before he transforms. So, yeah, kind of lackluster. It's really funny to see, though, because you're like, man, that was a boss. All right, here we go. Lock in. Lock in. Gotta kill a big deer lady. Oops, I missed. Oh, baby. This might be flawless. Oh my god, flawless victory. What a way to end the stream. Hell yeah. Well, dang near end the stream. You know, man, for some reason, every game there must be that type of boss. I mean, yeah, that's one thing a lot of people complain about with Bloodborne. They're like, oh, Bloodborne has too many gank bosses. And I'm like, hold up. By the time you get to most gank bosses, you're really strong. Like, you're really strong. It's not like in Dark Souls 2 where there's a boss really early in the game and you have just like 12 rats to kill. It's like, again, 7 enemies that you can funnel in a line. They don't hit you because you're going to be using a fast weapon or a weapon that, regardless of size or stature, will just kill them in one hit. And you can use things like beast blood pellets, bolt paper to absolutely melt them even more. Like, dude, there's so many things in other games that I think, like, especially with Dark Souls 2, because there's a lot of ganks in that game. But, like, Bloodborne has gank fights, but you are way more capable of handling them. Like, I literally only think of 2 gank fights in the game that is hard, but they basically test the player's ability to pay attention and use the camera. That's about it. I'm talking about Shadows of Yharnam and Living Failures. Every other gank fight isn't really a gank fight. Like, Rom, you could also put into that category of like, oh, you have to really use the camera. But honestly, at the same time, it's not that hard to deal with Rom. You just put Rom in the center, and then you just see an opening and go run in and hit him. Right? You don't even have to really worry about the other spiders. You just hit him once, maybe twice if there's a really big opening. Like a really safe way to leave. And then, once you hit him twice, then you leave. Ooh, twins. That's nice. How many hours do I have in this game? If you looked on my PlayStation Network account, it'd say something like 1,800. But I also, or not 1,800. 1,400, but I also had played on a PS4 for about another like 600, and then I've also played on my girlfriend's account for the rest. So I have about 2,500 hours. I would say probably more closer to 2,600 hours in this game. Like, I love this game so much, dude. I feel like I'm underleveled. I don't know why, but I feel like I'm underleveled for what I should be. Did I sell everything? I did not. Interesting. I don't need those. All right, there's that. I need ruin. That's a lot, bro. I mean, yeah, there's also people that have way more. Like the dude that I used to watch play Bloodborne a lot. I think his name was Jesus Here's Toast. That dude was like the Bloodborne master. He knew everything in Bloodborne, done literally everything. That dude's got like 7,000 hours in the game or something like that. It's ridiculous. Like, it's ridiculous. I know I played this game a lot, but I don't think I'd ever catch up to that dude. Ever. But anyway, guys, I think we're going to end the stream here because we are going to be starting in Forbidden Woods. I'm not sure what I want to play tomorrow. It'll either be Lies of P or Bloodborne. Because tomorrow I'm leaning towards Lies of P, but also I want to get this challenge done with so we can get back to playing Elden Ring. But tomorrow I will be streaming noon to 3. Stay tuned later today for my thumbnail, my little premiere thing that I'll put on YouTube so you guys can see what we are playing tomorrow so you know what to expect. But thank you everybody so much for watching. I appreciate you guys hanging out with me today. It was a pretty fun chat. I had a great time. I hope you guys did too. And I will see you all tomorrow.